Hey everyone, and welcome back to another video. Today we are taking a little break from GeoGuessr and instead we're doing some geography quizzes. I did this a couple of weeks ago now, where I took some quizzes for Swedish municipalities and countries of the world. That went, decently. The world one was fine, I missed a few. I got like half of the Swedish municipalities, so I'm gonna go back for that one at another point. But someone mentioned in the comments, one thing or another about US states. And then I replied, and I was a bit cocky, and I was, but maybe that's a bit too easy, so let's do states and state capitals. So that's what we're doing. So we're doing this state, US states and state capital quiz on this site, Jeypunk, that I was also recommended by one of you lovely viewers. So thanks for that. And if you have other suggestions for these sort of things, let me know, because it's always fun to try out some new things. But so this one we're doing today, basically we have the 50 states and we have the 50 state capitals. That's what we're gonna do. I assume I'm gonna have to type them out. Like, I have the map and everything, and I have a list, but I think I have to type them out, and I think the spelling might be the worst sort of thing. So, I am fairly confident in this one, but I think it's somewhat boring, because I think I would just systematically do them from west to east or something like that. So let's not do that. So let's make this a little storytelling instead. So I've been to America a few times. So let's just go through each of those trips in the order, because usually what I do is I fly in, rent a car, and then go around a lot. So I've been around a bit. So I think we're going to do it in that order, and then hopefully I will not miss out on too much, and then we'll see. I don't know what the time limit is here now either, so let's see. Here we go. Let's get started. So first time to America was back in 2012. I went to Illinois. I flew into Chicago, where I rented a car. And then I drove east through Indiana. Indianapolis would be the capital city, which I did not visit. I just drove through, and I went to Ohio, where you have Columbus. I didn't go to Columbus. I went to Cleveland. Then we have Pennsylvania. No, I didn't go to Cleveland either, actually. I did, but on my way back. So on the way, I just drove through, actually. I went to Pittsburgh, which is in Pennsylvania, but the capital is Harrisburg. From there, I crossed into New Jersey, went to visit Red Bank, New Jersey, among other things. But Trenton is the capital. And then went up to New York to celebrate New Year's in New York City. Albany is the capital, though. From there, then I went back to Philadelphia, and then back west to Chicago, and then I went up to Wisconsin, to Green Bay for an American football game, a wild card round game. That was played in Green Bay, but the capital is Madison. That was that trip. And that took me a minute and a half. So next time around would have been 2018. Flew into New York, stayed in New York for a couple of days, and then took a car to Connecticut and Hartford, Massachusetts. Didn't go to Boston, but went to Six Flags. I went to Vermont, to the Green Mountains. But what is the capital city there? It is Montpelier. And then you have New Hampshire, with the capital city of Concord, which I actually stopped by. And then Rhode Island, with Providence. I went to Newport, however. That was that trip. Back again in 2019 when I flew into... I realize it's harder for me to type when I'm talking, so flew into Orlando, but the capital is Tallahassee. Went to Georgia, did not go to Atlanta, but went to Savannah, for example. Went to South Carolina, where we have Columbia as the capital, and then to North Carolina, where we have Raleigh as capital. Went to Tennessee and Nashville, continued through Memphis, and then out through Arkansas and Little Rock, where I had the biggest burger I've ever had in my life. Louisiana was next, and Baton Rouge, and then back through Mississippi, which has Jackson as capital, and then Alabama, which has Montgomery as capital. Back to Florida, took a cruise. From there, in 2022, I flew into DC, drove Virginia, drove south through Virginia, and actually went to Richmond, and then continued on to North Carolina, Greensboro, to some WWE wrestling, and then down to Florida, and then made my way back up. And then I crossed through Maryland, which it has Annapolis, and then Delaware and Dover. I also entered into West Virginia, where Charleston is capital, and then I flew back home. And in 2023, I went to Anaheim in California, but Sacramento is capital. And last year I went to Michigan and Detroit, but Lansing is the capital. And then we made that road trip that I posted some videos about. Now I have 2.5 minutes to finish out this up to the northeast there. We have Maine and Augusta. Filling out the blanks here. So Kentucky and Frankfurt. And then we're going to go Minnesota, St. Paul, Iowa, Des Moines, and Missouri, which we have Jefferson City. We have North Dakota, and the capital is Bismarck. We have South Dakota, where the capital is Pierre. We have Nebraska and Lincoln. And then we have Kansas and Topeka, Oklahoma and Oklahoma City. Texas and Austin. Going north again, Montana and Helena. We got Wyoming there, and the capital being Cheyenne, and Colorado, Denver, New Mexico, Santa Fe, Arizona, Phoenix, Utah, Salt Lake City, Idaho up there, and Boise. Nevada has Carson City. We have Oregon and Salem, and then lastly there we have Washington and Olympia. And then we have Hawaii and Honolulu, and Alaska and Juneau. Yeah, that's how. I did not spell that correctly, but they granted it to me. Okay. So 6:38, so I was cutting it a bit short, I guess. But yeah, as I said, like I am a man after all, so the multitasking is tricky to and I mean, just to spell all of these things, some of them, like, come on guys. Well, either way, we figured that out. Somewhat, hopefully, can establish that I know my American states. I did have another quiz back here on Sporkle as well that I found and that I think might be fun as well then to see if I know my state as well. So what we're doing here, from my understanding, is to find the states, but we don't have the outlines on the map, so we have to know anyway. And it says without making any mistakes, so I guess if I fudge up, we lose. Also 7-minute timer, but here I don't have to type it out, so it should be better. But yeah, I think so. I mean, there's like a little map here, so I mean, like is that cheating? So Illinois will be here at the bottom of Lake Michigan. Oh, okay. So this is obviously like, so we have California here, we have Nevada a bit in. I think if I go here, it should be fine. So this is, so North Carolina. Oh, it's like, how far north are we? I can't zoom either. So we have Virginia. I mean, these bays here, like this should be North Carolina. Yeah. Oh, it's so hard. Like, can I get? Okay, so we have Maryland and then West, because it has this little appendix and stuff, like here maybe. Yeah. Okay, and that didn't go great. I mean, hopefully you could tell that I mean, I don't even know how much I missed that by. Okay, that was a lot harder. I mean, I guess it depends on the order. We're gonna do another attempt though. Oh, okay, yeah, so they are randomized. North Dakota would be here. Ohio is on Lake Erie here. So Oklahoma, we have to go above Texas. Right, okay. This is really, I mean, that one I feel like I clicked on though. Like here, this is mobile. Okay, I'm just gonna avoid that little Florida panhandle thing. Montana is up here. Alaska is this one. So we have North Dakota and we have South Dakota will border to Montana, but yeah. Oh, so Maryland. Like, where do I click for Maryland? So Delaware is like, I think if I click on the left side here of the peninsula, it should be fine, yeah. Tennessee borders to Alabama here. And Pennsylvania, I mean, I should just... It flinches just like a little bit. I feel like this is where I clicked, but apparently I clicked like a little bit too far north. Okay, now I'm just gonna be like, can I? Oh, like, but is that cheating? Isn't that cheating? Maybe it is. But it's, I mean, because this, right? Like, what, here? Okay, at least we got that afterwards, so that's easier. Arkansas comes out here, and then here we want to do that little piece there, yeah. Ooh, Idaho. like I want to say here, yeah. It's tricky when you can, so South Carolina, but we have like Georgia here. California should be fine. North Dakota here. I'm just gonna and Massachusetts, then we have, okay, no, well, now we have those other two there, so, and New Hampshire there, okay, and let's go Alabama there, Maine. No, so this one I'm skipping for now as well. It's like I know Colorado is in here, but I feel like I'm gonna misclick. Missouri comes here. Kansas border, Missouri, Oregon is here. Illinois here. We have to leave space for Arizona, but then we'd have New Mexico here. Ohio here. And Wyoming would be there, yeah. Indiana, Vermont in that little space. So now we have Pennsylvania, Maryland. I mean, so this has to be West Virginia right here, Washington up there, Wisconsin, right, New Jersey comes out here. This is Montana, this is Pennsylvania, Iowa, Minnesota, South Carolina. Now we're talking Florida, so Maryland there, Virginia, South Dakota, Texas, Kentucky, Mississippi, Oklahoma, Utah, and Colorado. Yeah, so that is just like a very, I mean, it's like if I'd been able to like zoom in more, I feel like, but it's like a little bit imprecise. And I hope, well, I mean, you can feel free to go back and review the material, but I'm gonna make the claim that whenever I did miss, I missed by not a lot. So I was in the right sort of general area at least. Well, that's all the fun we're gonna have today, I think, with American states. Hopefully I've proved my proficiency with American states and their state capitals. And yeah, like I said, if you have any suggestions for other geography-based quizzes, I mean quizzes in general, if there's something else you feel like it would be fun to see me do, let me know. Send me a link or whatever, or a general topic, and maybe I can find a quiz myself. And yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I'll catch you in the next one.